episode of Super Reaction Bros. I'm Chris.
I'm Christopher.
And on today's episode, we're back with The Rock as he makes his A24 debut with The Smashing Machine. This is being directed and I believe and co-written by Benny Safdie, who did Good Times and Uncut Gems.
Based on a true story. Following Steve Kerr. Mark Kerr, sorry.
A world champion mixed martial artist.
He pretty much is just that he was a well-renowned, pretty much fighter, pretty much coming up, and just it's following because they did kind of do a documentary about it somewhere, and they're saying that's what the vibes we get from this are, where him dealing with substance abuse down to pretty much his multiple relationships he's gone through to even multiple trainers he's gone through because he's always been a difficult person to work with.
Now, of course, the biggest thing to note is that this is a practical effect visual transformation kind of
movie.
For
The Rock,
For The Rock, where, like, it's basically just this area.
The prosthetic area. A lot of people saying this really feels like, The Rock's now trying to push for that, Oscar vibe type of thing.
I'm not calling me Academy Award final boss. I'm not.
I know, right? You see that? The Academy Award, the final boss. Anyways, let's dive into this. A24 does some great stuff, pretty much. A lot of great films. Of course, they have the hits and misses, but this is our first, for The Rock at least, pretty much the first serious role we've seen him in a long time. Instead of doing some type of big action, packed type of blockbuster type of situation. No, it's more of a serious take we're getting. So let's dive into this and see where we're gonna get from this. So let's dive again. This is the official trailer for The Smashing Machine. So here we go.
Probably looking at my eyes.
How did that happen?
Well, have you ever heard of the Ultimate Fighting Championship, the UFC?
That's the bloody thing they're trying to ban.
This guy is the best he has ever seen.
Do you hate each other when you fight?
Absolutely not.
How do you know Mark Kerr? Oh, we go way back. But he's a buddy of mine.
Come on, baby. Too much?
Never.
Too much?
No.
Please welcome in his Octagon debut, Mark!
Winning is the best feeling there is. It's 40,000 people, and they're cheering you on. There's no other high like it in the world. No contract, no money?
No money.
Do you have any stronger pain medication?
Advil?
Advil?
Yeah.
Don, would you like
No.
some? They're handing them out like candy. Let's all get in. Everybody get in. Hey, Don, can you take this picture for us?
Yeah.
What are you thinking at the beginning of the fight?
It's simple. Am I going to hurt him before he hurts me?
This Grand Prix to crown the greatest fighter in the world. He has come back from the brink. Let's see if he can pull out a victory over Mark Coleman. Have you spoken to either about fighting such a good friend for a life-changing amount of money?
I just need you to let me in.
Always about
Oh,
you.
shit.
Always about fighting you.
Let's fucking go. My big strong man. I love you.
I think he wants your autograph.
Sure, no problem. No fighting.
Who's The Rock?
I'm pretty sure that's what he actually signed, just for the kid. It's like Dwayne, The Rock, Johnson. Wait, who's that?
I have a friend in the wrestling Discord I'm part of who goes, it's like, I guess just because I watched wrestling for so long, I can definitely tell it's The Rock. Like, it's just The Rock with this, like, upper head like prosthetic.
Yeah,
like,
which I understand. It's like they're trying to make sure, you know, they're telling the story, you know, and make sure, you know, they get as much as the look of him as they can.
Yeah, I forgot Emily Blunt's in this. I did, so that's pretty cool.
But yeah, it's what it's really dealing with. It's just him, you know, dealing with so much in his life and then trying to still stay on top. Mm-hmm. You know, just, you know, in his personal life, down, you know, all of that. You know, and I really feel like that's what they're pushing for with this, where, like I said before, where they're like really pushing that academy type of like performance. That's what it looks like The Rock's trying to push for in this one.
Yeah.
You know, you could feel it where it's like he's putting a lot of emotion into this. You know, so I just hope, you know, it's like if that's the case, then I wish them the best. You know, honestly, but
yeah, same here.
It really does look like a solid film. You know, just. You know, it's like, I think it was definitely, when he read the story, it was like, it's definitely something that he's like, I definitely want to do this. Yeah. Or, you know, like, I like how even they said it too before, it was like, before the UFC became like a thing, it's like, this is how it was. You know, that's why I like how the lady he was talking to was just like, that's the one thing they're trying to ban, aren't they? You know, type of situation. It's like, things have changed over the time, and like, look where it's at now, what it's turned into now. You know, and like you said, we really feel it in this overall, where it's like the emotion, and even for Emily Blunt's character itself, where it's like you really feel like, you know, her character is if it's like she knows he's going through so much shit.
Yeah.
You know, even in that picture, you know, after she takes that picture, you can tell it's like she sees like there's a lot going on here. You know, it's like she's trying to help him out. That's why it's like it's very interesting. Like I said, when I was reading a little bit about his autobiography, I'm probably gonna definitely watch the documentary. Overall, just you know, just to see where it's, you know, just to see where it went from there, the type of character he was and everything, you know. So yeah, I'm definitely down for the Smash because I heard about this a while ago, where it was like he's been working on it very closely, trying to get it down just right, you know, and just seeing it now, you know, come to fruition. It's like, all right, let's see where we go with this. Let's see how this film turns out. See if the writing turns out really good and they wrote it just right, where it's like it fits for Dwayne pretty much overall. So
yeah, definitely. Yeah. I don't have much to say, honestly. Like, it's definitely what's the director's name again? Benny Safdie. You can definitely tell it's one of his films. It's definitely shot like in his style and his like grittiness, and like
I think it was made. It feels like it was definitely for this type of film. It had been this gritty, pretty much, because it's really showing like the ends of, you know, back in the day of like what pretty much UFC was like before it became what it was.
And you can see why The Rock was cast. I mean, Rock's a good actor.
Yes.
But you can see why he's cast, because they need somebody that already kind of has that similar build that Mark had during that time. Mm-hmm. And that's something that The Rock can easily do nowadays. Mm-hmm. It's so weird when they show the scenes where he's bald and like it's The Rock, but they just bulked up his eyebrows.
Yeah, because they had to make sure, because they still had to look there for Mark Kerr, even though, you know, at some point Mark Kerr, you know, he was bald and things like that.
But based on what I've seen, it's definitely one of the movies you have to watch. You're not gonna get a sense of what this story is about until you actually
sit down and watch it and know who this man was, you know, because he is considered a legend in UFC. He is one of those Hall of Famers and stuff like that. That he went through a lot of shit, but this is what all the shit he had to go through to get that moniker, you know, to get that, you know, become that legend that everybody knows him for.
Yeah, definitely. So other than that, folks, if you're new to the channel, you hit the like button if you want to talk to us more about stuff like this. Comment down below if you want to share us around, share it around, and if you like it's just a little bit more than anybody else. When it comes to talking about A24 films like this one, hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon as well.
Let us know what your guys' thoughts are on this trailer overall. Again, for those who dive into the UFC world and the history and everything behind it, or even, you know, knowing the legend of Mark Kerr and stuff like that, what are your guys' take on this overall? How do you think Dwayne Johnson's, I can't even say his name, Dwayne Johnson's portrayal is, you know, from the looks of it, from not only the look, but his portrayal as the character? Does it feel like they're really doing a good job trying to tell the story of where what this man went through, what, you know, just to get to where he's at this point? I mean, let us know in the comments down below. Put down what you thought of our reaction to this trailer. But most importantly, we thank you for watching.
Yeah, so until next time, I'm Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
This has been a very A24 filled episode of SRB.
See ya.
Later.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to check out any of our previous reactions,
As well as one of our other SRB shows.
check out one of the playlists down below.
And if you want to check us out in the social universe,
You can find us on Twitter and Stardust,
at Super React Bros.
as well as on Facebook.
At Super Reaction Bros.